أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والذين اجتنبوا الطاغوت أن يعبدوها وأنابوا إلى الله لهم البشرى فبشر عباد الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه أولئك الذين هداهم الله وأولئك هم أولو الألباب أفمن حق عليه كلمة العذاب أفأنت تنقذ من في النار صدق الله العظيم. These are ayats from Surah Az-Zomar, the ayah number 17 and 18, and the next ayats. In the ayah number 17, Allah Azza wa Jalla states that وَالَّذِينَ اجْتَنَبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ, and those who avoid الطاغوت, أن يعبدوها, who avoid الطاغوت by not worshipping, or avoid not worship at-taghut, to not worship at-taghut. The people whom Allah Azza wa Jalla talk about, they refrain from worshipping at-taghut. And the taghut, we talked about it at the previous lecture, and we said that whatever or whoever allege that he is a god beside Allah Azza wa Jalla, or whom the people alleged about that he is a god beside Allah Azza wa Jal, or maybe they do not allege him or name him as a god, but they may give him some special attributes of Allah Azza wa Jalla. If so, then it means that they worship at-taghut. We are, as servants of Allah Azza wa Jal, should submit ourselves to Allah Azza wa Jal and to worship Him alone, and avoid to not worship anything else beside Allah Azza wa Jal. And the commands of Allah Azza wa Jal should be the first things that we should obey, and we should not prefer any command of anyone else to command of Allah Azza wa Jal. The command of Allah Azza wa Jal, His orders to us should be at the first level. We should follow them, and we should not abandon them in order to follow any order of anyone else. So if we prefer any order of anyone to order of Allah Azza wa Jalla, then it means we worship at-taghut. It's the key, open the way to worshipping at-taghut, because Allah Azza wa Jalla is the one who gives us all the favors. Whatever favor, whatever grace we have, all of them is from Allah Azza wa Jalla. So we should not worship anyone other or lower than Allah Azza wa Jalla. If we do, it means that we open the way to worshipping at-taghut. وَالَّذِينَ اجْتَنَبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ أَنْ يَعْبُدُوهَا. And there's some narrations that the ayah revealed concerning Zayd bin Amr bin Nufayl and Salman al-Farisi and Abu Dharr radiallahu anhum ajma'in. And we know these personalities, that they abandoned worshipping at-taghut in the time of Jahiliyyah, in the era of ignorance. Before the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they left worshipping at-taghut, they left worshipping the idols, and they turned themselves to the only one creator. For example, Zayd bin Amr bin Nufayl, it's talked that it's narrated that about him, that before the Prophet ﷺ, he was saying to his people, I worship the only one God. Please do not worship the idols. How to worship them? Allah Azza wa Jalla gives you all the favors. Why do worship, or why do sacrifice your life, or why do sacrifice your animals to some things other than Allah Azza wa Jalla? Although Allah Azza wa Jalla is the one who gives you whatever you need. So there is many people before the Prophet ﷺ who was worshipping the only one Creator, who was noticed the right way, or let me say that, who acknowledged the right way. Because we know that all the people, Allah Azza wa Jalla make them to notice the truth, but they do not acknowledge the truth. But there is some people who acknowledge the truth in every time, and even before the Prophet ﷺ. Some Mufassirin says that this ayah concerning them, but we think that it includes them and all the people who avoid worshipping at-Taghut. وَالَّذِينَ اجْتَنَبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ أَنْ يَعْبُدُوهَا. And it is very critical thing in our life to be away from at-Taghut. In our life we will live many situations that Allah Azza wa Jalla will bring us before Him and before the Taghut, worshipping at-Taghut and worshipping the only one, Allah Azza wa Jalla. If we prefer worshipping at-Taghut in order to earn some gain, or in order to gain, in order to keep our gain, it means that we are ready to worship at-Taghut. And the people before us, and the people in that time, when they were disbelieving the Prophet ﷺ, they were disbelieving for the same objects. They were disbelieving him in order to keep their life, in order to keep their gains in that life. So worshipping at-Taghut, Allah Azza wa Jalla will not bring it before us clearly, but He will accompany with it some our gains in order to test us whether we prefer, or whether we give importance to our gains, and in order to keep them, we will worship at-Taghut, or we will sacrifice them, and we will follow the truth, and we will put our trust to Allah Azza wa Jalla, and we will know that the only one Creator will not forsake us, and this is only a test from Allah Azza wa Jalla, and we will avoid at-Taghut by not worshipping it. This kind of test come to pass in every life, in every person's life, in every single person's life. Allah Azza wa Jalla put Himself and at-Taghut in their life, in our life, to test us. And in our situations, or in the situations, there may be many differences in the kind of at-Taghut. In some, maybe in your test, maybe he is your child, or in my test, maybe it is my wealth, or in maybe his test, it's something else. But the at-Taghut, it means that it's another way of Allah Azza wa Jal. It's something contradictory with the commands of Allah Azza wa Jal, and it's something else that wants us to prefer itself than to Allah Azza wa Jal, and to leave Allah Azza wa Jal at that point in order to follow Him and to take that gain. This is very simple, very simple test, but it's very commonly, it's very common between us, or between the human entity, because this is the sunnah of Allah Azza wa Jalla. He is testing His servants to see how it's strong, the bond between them and between Allah Azza wa Jalla. وَالَّذِينَ اجْتَنَبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ أَنْ يَعْبُدُوهَا. In this ayah, Allah Azza wa Jalla talk about them. وَأَنَابُوا إِلَى اللَّهِ. When you avoid at-taghut, it means that you turn your face, you turn yourself to Allah Azza wa Jalla. This is inaba. And the inaba means that you leave whatever else. You leave whatever else and you put your trust only to Allah Azza wa Jal. You expect whatever you need only from Him. And you refuge in Him, Allah Azza wa Jalla, from every kind of fear that you have. This is inaba. This is inaba, that Allah Azza wa Jalla is the only one that you have, and you do not have anyone else than Allah Azza wa Jalla. You know that everyone or everything you have or seems to you that you have, you will lose all of them. And when the death will come, you will lose all of them. All of them will abandon you, and you will go and you will face your Creator. If you live by considering this, and if you know this without forgetting it, it means that you are going to your Creator. This is inaba. You are living for your Creator. This is inaba. And if someone is munib to Allah Azza wa Jalla, he will not prefer anything or anyone to Allah Azza wa Jalla or to His commands. He will live only for His sake, the sake of Allah Azza wa Jalla. As it is in this ayah, Inna salati, say, my worships, salati wa nusuki, and my sacrifice, wa mahyaya, and my life completely, wa mamati, and even my death, to Allah Azza wa Jal, lillahi rabbil alameen, to the one who is the creator of all the universe, all the worlds. This is inaba. But if the inaba is something like submitting yourself, but if there is some exception, if you worshipping in some situation to a taghut, it means that you lose your inaba. From that time, you cannot name yourself as a munib, because munib means that you leave whatever else than Allah Azza wa Jalla, and you put your trust only to Him, and you worship only to Him. وَأَنَابُوا إِلَى اللَّهِ. Allah Azza wa Jalla in this ayah talk about them and giving them a glad tiding. لَهُمُ الْبُشْرَى. For them is a good news. لَهُمُ الْبُشْرَى. For them is a good news in this world and in the hereafter. Especially in the hereafter, because the important reward and the fulfillment of the reward is in the hereafter. Maybe Allah Azza wa Jalla will give you something in this world, but it's only for taste. But Allah Azza wa Jalla seriously or essentially will give you the reward, will give the reward to His servants in the life to come. لَهُمُ الْبُشْرَى. For them is a good news. This good news is from Allah Azza wa Jalla. He is the one who sent this news to His servants, and He put the address to whom that this good news will go. And those people who do not worship at-taghut and turn themselves to Allah Azza wa Jal, the only one Creator. And at the end of ayah, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادٍ. So, announce the good news to my servants. This ibadi, this is in emotional way. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, ibadi, my servants. Look how Allah Azza wa Jalla owning them. they are my servants. Of course, all the servants, all the people, all the creatures are the servants of Allah Azza wa Jal. But in this ayah, we feel He is owning them. فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادٍ. Maybe in some ayats, Allah Azza wa Jalla may say the servants, although they are also His servants. But we feel in that ayats how Allah Azza wa Jalla disowning them, how Allah Azza wa Jalla forsaking them. But in this ayah, فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادٍ, give the good news to my servants. How it's beautiful thing, how it's incredible, how it's great that Allah Azza wa Jalla owning them. They are my servants. فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادٍ. And we noticed the same thing at the ayah number 16. At the end of ayah number 16, when Allah Azza wa Jalla said, Ya ibadi, all my servants, protect yourselves. فَاتَّقُونِ, protect yourselves from me, because I may punish you, I may chastise you if you do not live in accordance with my commands, and if you do not give the importance that I deserve to me, and if you deny me, then fear my punishment. In that ayah, we felt the same thing, that Allah Azza wa Jalla owning them and wants them to return to Him, wants them to revert to Him, and leaving the bad way and leaving the denying way. Ya ibadi fattaqun. Look, Allah Azza wa Jalla, how He wants His servants to go to the true way. Look how Allah Azza wa Jalla wants to guide them. But the evil people, they follow the denying way. They deny Allah Azza wa Jalla deliberately, and they do this intentionally, and they do this even though they noticed, they observed the truth. Allah Azza wa Jalla clarified the truth to them explicitly, but they do not want to live, or they do not want to acknowledge their creation and live in this life in accordance with His commands. They want to live as they want. They want to be master of their life, but it is not something attainable. We are servants. We are slaves of Allah Azza wa Jal. We did not create ourselves. So how can we allege to be a master of our life? Even though we see, we know, we aware that all the people before us had died. No way we cannot live everlastingly in this life. We believe in that, we know that, but even that truth is very plain for us. We want to live, we want to do whatever we like, whatever we desire in this life, and by this, through this, we risk our great life in the hereafter, and we do not regard our Creator, we do not respect Him. This is very ungrateful thing for the human entity, to live without respecting to his Creator, without even saying, "Oh my Creator, thank you." How can you do not say that? How you refrain yourself from saying that? This is the way of the evil people, and they follow their evil way, although Allah Azza wa Jalla invites them to the truth, although Allah Azza wa Jalla owning them and wants and say to them, "Oh my servants, come here, do not go to hellfire. Wallahu yad'u ila dar salam." Allah inviting to the peace land, and we understand that it is the paradise. Wallahu yad'u ila dar salam. وَيَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ إِلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ. Allah Azza wa Jalla invite them. Allah Azza wa Jalla invite His servants to paradise. But the people who goes to hellfire, they goes intentionally. They goes there with their free will. They goes there, even Allah Azza wa Jalla do not want them go there. إِن تَكْفُرُوا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنْكُمْ. If you want to disbelieve, if you want to deny, be sure that you, Allah Azza wa Jalla, does not lose anything with your denying. By denying Allah Azza wa Jalla, you will not be able to harm Allah Azza wa Jalla. وَلَا يَرْضَى لِعِبَادِهِ الْكُفْرِ. But Allah Azza wa Jalla does not please with your denying. He do not like your denying. Allah Azza wa Jalla is not the one who is happy with the denying of His servants. But even though He gave them the free will, because this is the test. This life is test, and this is the hikmah of Allah Azza wa Jalla. He has given the people the free will, and so you can see the differences, the difference between the people. Some follow the truth, and some follow the bad way, or some wrong themselves. This is the biggest evidence that we have free will in this life. We understand from the ayah that Allah Azza wa Jalla is the one who wants His servants to follow the true way, and because of this matter, He clarified to them the true way. He explained to them the true way. He is the one who has sent them many messengers to warn them and to explain them the true way, even though He had given them the mind and the heart and the ears and the eyes to understand the truth. But Allah Azza wa Jalla sent as a bonus, as an extra to them, many messengers, even to warn them and to give them the book which have the guidance, the truth. But the people did not follow the true way, did not reason their life, did not use their mind, their ears, most of them, and they go to hellfire with their own will. فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادٍ. So announce good news to my servants who do not worship at-Taghut and turn their face to the only one God. And this glad tidings which Allah Azza wa Jalla conveyed to us, had delivered to the people who lived as Allah Azza wa Jalla wants them to live. In the ayah we are moving now on the ayah number 18, which is as a tafsir to the ayah number 17. الَّذِينَ, this is something we say in the Arabic, badal, and it's explaining the people whom Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned in the ayah number 17, in order we understand who are they, who are those, the one that they do not worship at-Taghut. How is the way that we should follow in order to not worship at-Taghut? What is the key in that way? الَّذِينَ, this is the key. الَّذِينَ, Allah Azza wa Jalla now define them. الَّذِينَ, those, يَسْتَمِعُونَ, who are listening. They are listening. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ, they do not shut their ears. They are listening. So we draw the lesson from the ayah. We should understand that we should listen. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ, listen to who? الذين يستمعون القول الذين يستمعون القول to the word. They listen to the word. Allah Azza wa Jalla did not mention the person or mention the source of the word. He mentioned only to the word. الذين يستمعون القول. So we can understand that the word is free from its source. We should give the chance to every word. We should listen to every word. الذين يستمعون القول. This is the way of the believers. They listen to every word, free from its source. No matter who is the sayer, it's not important. The important thing is the word. We should listen to the word. This is the way of the believers. And the people who attained the truth used this way, used this procedure in their life. They listened to the word. For example, in the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, at that time in Mecca, the people or the chiefs of Mecca, they were saying to the people, do not listen Muhammad. Do not listen to Muhammad. Shut your ears. Do not listen to him. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَا تَسْمَعُوا لِهَذَا الْقُرْآنِ. Do not listen to this Quran. لا تسمعوا لهذا القرآن وَالْغَوْا فِيهِ. And make voice, a noise. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَغْلِبُونَ. Maybe you can defeat it. This is the only way that they considered to defeat the Quran. Do not listen and make noise in order no one could listen that word. This is the way of i'rad. They are shutting the doors. They did the same to Prophet Noah. They did the same to all the prophets and to all messengers. Those are the deniers who do not want to hear the truth, because they are saying, it is the truth. We do not want to follow it. It's not important if it's the truth or not. They are already knowing it, that it is the truth, with their mind, with their heart, and Allah Azza wa Jalla made it clear to them in their selves, but they do not want to follow it. This is the essential point. They do not want to follow. They are not blind. They are seeing it, but they do not want to follow. If that's the case, we should understand that the way of the belief, the way of the Iman is to hear or to listen to the word. How can Islam blame them that they didn't hear, they didn't listen to the Quran, and they prevented the people from listening Quran? They a'radu, they turned their face, they turned and went and left without listening to the Quran. Why they did that? They said only we are following our fathers. Why do you not reason your father's ways? Why do not you listen to these words? Why don't you want to understand and follow the truth? Why you are turning away? Allah Azza wa Jalla in Quran blaming them many times. How can He blame them? And when He comes to His servants, to His believers, He will want from them to do not listen to the word of some people or that people or any kind of people. How can He do the same? How can He encourage us to do not listen and to do the same as the mushrikeen did in that time? No, Allah Azza wa Jalla did not want from us something like that. Likewise, He blamed them. He encouraged us to listen whatever word we hear. And he said to us that this is the way of the believers. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلِ. This is the way of those whom Allah Azza wa Jalla giving them good news, the glad tidings of paradise. And this is the way of al-mu'minun, the believers. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ. Those who listen to the word. فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. But what they do after they listen the words, they listen to word of that person and the word of that person and the word of that person. You can listen. It does not cost you many things. It's only listening. Maybe you lose your time, but it's something important. You should know. You should know. You should take the data in order to choose the right way, in order to think. If you do not know, if you do not have knowledge, you cannot make your choice. So you should be aware what the people say in the East and in the West, right and left. You should give yourself the chance to hear, to listen. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ. If you want to attain the truth, you should do this thing. This is very essential in reaching the truth. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ. But it's not enough. Listening is not enough. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. Another important rule. This is the golden rule. فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. They follow the best thereof. فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. Those who listen to the word, and they are the ones who follow the best thereof. So you should choose. You should pick and choose the truth from that words. You may listen many words, but you should not follow all of them. You should choose the best one of them. And you have the ability to choose. Allah, may He be exalted and glorified, gave you that ability to choose the truth. Give the chance to yourself to hear, to listen to many opinions, and choose the best one of them. And think about it, and contemplate about it. Give the chance to yourself. Give the time, open the time for yourself to contemplate about it. But first of all, you should have the intention that you want to reach the truth. You should ask Allah Azza wa Jalla. You should say to Him, "Oh Allah Azza wa Jalla, I want the truth." And then you listen, whatever you hear, free from the source, and you will choose the true way sincerely in yourself. You will use your mind, you will use your intellect purely, and you choose the best one of them. If someone do these things, we should be sure that Allah Azza wa Jalla will guide him to the truth. Allah Azza wa Jalla is the one who is just. Allah Azza wa Jalla, we cannot imagine Him as a one who forsake the people or the one who wants the truth. Imagine someone is looking for the truth in his life, but Allah Azza wa Jalla forsaking him. We cannot imagine Him. We cannot imagine something like that. Allah Azza wa Jalla in Quran says, if the one wants the truth, وَالَّذِينَ اهْتَدَوْا زَادَهُمُ اللَّهُ هُدًى. Allah Azza wa Jalla will give them more guidance. Allah Azza wa Jalla will guide them. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا. The people who sacrifice, who put their effort in order to reach the truth, لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. We will open to them our ways. لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ. You should be sure that Allah Azza wa Jalla will open the way for them so that they may reach to the truth. So it's important to know about ourselves what we want, what is our aim, what we want. We should ask ourselves what we want. If are the ones who wants to take advantage of the religion and live his lives as if like the believers, just like the disbelievers, it's the way of hypocrisy. We should ask ourselves, inside of ourselves, what is our aim? If we are the ones who want to please Allah Azza wa Jal, if are the ones who want to attain the reward of Allah Azza wa Jalla, if are the ones who want to live this life as a test in order to reach to the everlasting life, if it's our aim or if it's our attention that we can expect the reward of Allah Azza wa Jal, the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal, the gracious of Allah Azza wa Jal. But other way, it means that we are the ones who takes the advantage of the religion and wants to use the religion in order to earn some gain of this worldly life. الذين يستمعون القول. We will hear many voices in this life. We should open our ears to this voice. We should not be at the first hand refusing from listening someone. It's not good. It's not the way of the believers. If you refuse to listen someone, if you say to him, I will not listen you, you are from those, or you are from that nationality, or you are from that religion, I will not give you the chance to explain to me your religion. No, I will not hear you. If you say this, you are not on the right way. This is not the thing that Allah Azza wa Jalla wants from you. You should give him the chance to share his religion with you, and you, after that, if you hear something good, if you heard something best from your religion, you should follow his religion. And this is the order of Allah Azza wa Jalla. We see in the Quran, the ayah says that قُلْ فَأْتُوا بِكِتَابٍ مِّنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ هُوَ أَهْدَى مِنْهُمَا. Say to them, bring to us a book from the only one creator. There is no doubt in the only one creator. We cannot discuss about it. There is no doubt. But maybe there is some doubt about the book. Maybe some people allege that they have a book has more guidance to the only one creator and from the only one creator. If they allege that they have a book has more guidance than what we have, than our book, we should be open and we should be say fairly to them, فَأْتُوا بِكِتَابٍ مِّنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. Bring to us a book from the only one creator which has more guidance. We are ready to follow it. بِكِتَابٍ مِّنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ هُوَ أَهْدَى مِنْهُمَا, has more guidance than the Quran and than the Torah. We are ready to follow it. أَتَّبِعَهُ, I am ready to follow it. إِن كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ, if you are truthful, then bring to us that book. Let us compare the book. Bring the book here. We should be openly discussing with all the people and explaining to them our belief and listening to them their belief. If we want to find the truth, if we should be open. If we allege that we have already the truth, then there is no There is no way to be afraid of listening someone else. If you has already the truth, then you should be confident to listen to all the people. If you believe in your truth, if you have the trust to your belief, if you do not listen, then it means that you do not have the trust to your belief. You fear, you have many doubts about your belief, so you do not want to talk about it. You say, I was born as a Christian, or as a Jew, or as a Muslim. You do not want, if you do not want to consider about it, if you do not have even any knowledge about your belief, how can you allege that you will have reward from Allah Azza wa Jalla? You only born in that religion. You did not reason it. You do not have any research about it. You are not sure if it's true or not, and you are not ready to talk about it. So it means that you do not have that religion, and you will not see anything about that religion as a reward. I mean, you have to be sure in your way. We have to be sure in our way. This is the only life chance. This is the only life that Allah Azza wa Jalla gave us. We should take it seriously. We should consider about it. If we are even Muslims, we should be real Muslims. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, aminu, all believers, believe in Allah Azza wa Jalla. Did it many times, do it again, but ala basiratin. Be sure about your religion. Do not follow it blindly. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.